drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug that killed River Phoenix. I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug that killed River Phoenix.
Now, This Is Serious Mum were one of the biggest Australian bands of the 1990s and had been around for a very long time, but then they kind of just disappeared off the musical radar.
Like that.
A little bit like that. But then about midway through last year, someone sent me a link to a...
So they come back?
No, they didn't. It was sad. There was much weeping and gnashing of teeth.
You shouldn't be allowed near a desk. You get above your station.
So if you've been wondering what's happened to the fine folk from TISM, this is the band, of course, that whenever you saw them on stage were wearing masks.
Balaclavas, many, many suits, high quality stage shows, extravagant performances. And then someone sent us a link to this little band called Root. And one
you thought it was something quite different, didn't you, Doctor?
Normally the emails with the word root in them do mean something different. No, but one click on the link and one listen to the vocals and it was very obvious, although never really admitted to, but there was a very strong connection between TISM and Root. And we have the lead singer of Root, DC Root, with us right now. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, I'm not sure why you've got that sort of segue happening there. Everybody knows that I am actually Nattingly Bathingthwaite from Rogue Traders.
You have trouble saying your own name, Nattingly.
I do, don't I? Yes.
Well,
I
fair enough,
someone a bit easier, really. Well, I'll just excise that bit from our interview and we'll carry on.
So looking back on what was it? How many years was TISM going for? Was it 20 years?
I'm not sure why you're talking about that, Robbie. Let's talk about today. You know, the Olympics have just gone, and I know that you don't like talking about the Olympics all that much.
Root would have performed at the closing ceremony, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, that's right. It was just the bus fare was.
Although,
a bit much, but,
was Root doing the singing and they had slightly more beautiful people who were up on the screen, or were you the ones
absolutely.
on the screen? Okay.
Well, I know you're referring to me personally there, Robbie, but we didn't actually go there because there weren't enough people there. I've actually been really quite disappointed by the turnout at the Olympics, and I reckon it's because nobody gives a shit. That's mainly why. And I was thinking, what the Olympics should do is sign up a sponsorship deal. I obviously come from Melbourne, as you can tell, because I'm not very interesting. And the Rod Laver Arena is not called the Rod Laver Arena anymore. It's changed its name. So I was thinking maybe the Olympics should get a sponsorship deal, change their name, but, be sort of
a corporate sponsorship, you mean?
Yeah,
so
corporate sponsorship deal. Yeah. So if they went with Olympic tyres, then you could still call it the Olympics. It's a win-win situation, as they say.
Who are Root the band going to sponsor?
Yeah. Well, we could sponsor an entire genre of music coming out of Jamaica.
Or John Butler. You could sponsor.
Yeah.
There's a
John Butler,
I'd like to see.
I reckon John Butler's really good because, everybody thinks that he's a vegan with ideals. But I went to the Christmas party of Foster's Brewing and I saw Johnny out the back eating meat pies and talking about how he pulled the wool over the eyes of those idiots at Byron Bay with all that crap about the environment. I know about John Butler.
He was just chowing down on a lamb on a spit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was eating it like it was a big corn cob.
Well, the good thing about eating a lamb on the spit is you don't have to do any of the work because the thing's turning around. Exactly. You just have to open your mouth and just aim your teeth in the right direction.
He's a lazy meat eater.
This is like a typewriter.
Makes it worse.
Well, I'm glad we've got to the bottom of Root by way of slandering John Butler's great name.
Do you still, not that you were a member of TISM, I know that, but if you had
to cross out all those questions.
Sorry.
Yes, go on.
Well, I was going to say, if you had been a member of TISM, do you ever get the old balaclava out just for a bit of old time's sake?
Fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I had have been a member of, say, Frenzal Rom, I would have perhaps got some fake dreads out. If I had have been, in the TARDIS talking to the Doctor, I would have been, a female comedian. There's a lot of sort of possibilities in the world, Robbie, and
there are.
I know you're trying to get to the truth here.
I am somewhere,
but I work in PR, and I understand that the truth has been privatised.
In what way?
Well, it's something you can sell.
Something that you can buy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, good on you for sticking to your guns.
Well, I did my very best. Look, we could talk around these topics all day long, or we could get to the heart of the matter. It's the marrow, if you like. We could bust open that little lamb bone and suck what happens to be inside.
Don't bring your John Butlerisms in with here.
All right. We can have a listen to Root.
We could. Now, you have a song which is a brand new song which we're going to play today. But you said you're in PR. You also, in a previous life, completely unrelated to balaclava wearing Melbourne bands, you also used to write little jingles and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I wrote all the jingles that didn't get through, like I wrote a jingle for the AFL, which was, basically along the lines of take drugs and win premierships. And
how did that not get through?
I know, yeah. Well, it worked for Ben Cousins, And
I think they were playing it in the dressing rooms.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, along with all those songs that they misquote, I once read an interview with Paul Roos, who said that he used to play Pump It Up by Elvis Costello before he went out to play a game, and I was really impressed by that, because Pump It Up is a song all about how you shouldn't pump it up. So that's, another ambition of mine is to write a song which gets misinterpreted and used for evil. Sort of like Bruce Springsteen wrote Born in the USA, as a criticism. Yeah. And they went out and sort of, the Republicans shot people who come from places that end in Stan, using that as their inspiration,
With that in mind, let's take a listen to Root.
What with shooting people from other countries?
And Get Up Yourself. That's the name of this one. We have DC Root from Root with us this morning here on Triple J.
I was going to say, introducing you possibly to a brand new word, solipsism, with a bit of a tip of the hat to the Killers. Root on Triple J, and we have DC Root in the studio this morning.
I'm a fan of big words, Doctor, and I think with my big words, I can distract people from my sort of fairly plain looks, and hopefully those beautiful bookish girls who wear glasses will come along to our shows. I've got a thing for bookish girls. I think Rosie Beaton has that sort of look happening magnificently. She should consider a career outside of radio. Because, she's a bit wasted, really, there.
You mean with less clothes on?
No, Marieke. No, I just mean on TV, so that people like me who like bookish girls with glasses can watch. That's all. I was trying to be, romantic as opposed to visceral.
Crass. I understand. Now, you've got a poem, I believe.
Yes, that's right. It's my usual shit, which is not really about anything at all. And it'll be a moment that passes in your life that you won't remember.
Something a little bit bright and breezy for a
Tuesday morning. Are you talking to me or Lindsay or Robbie?
Oh,
exactly.
All three. We've all got a little
met
story.
All three of you, haven't I?
Exactly.
Three different guises.
Well,
yes.
Mr. Root are playing Bringing Your Large Words to the Vanguard in Sydney. This is your first time outside of Melbourne in this particular band.
Yes, I did actually stay at the North Ryde Caravan Park with my parents. I don't know if that counts. We were a kind of a band.
We were a family band. It's a good way to learn, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Sort of like, what's that band? The Black Motorcycle Rebel Club. They're all related.
Are they?
Yeah.
And the Kings of Leon used to spend a lot of time travelling with their father.
And Hanson, as we know, are a fantastic band.
That's right. So, I don't know where this is going, really. But
you're bringing your family band to the Vanguard this Saturday and also to Brisbane at the Troubadour the following Saturday to September the 6th, and then playing the Sounds of Spring Festival in October as well.
That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like a bit of punk country poetry, go somewhere else. Come and see Root, because they are quite good looking, and there's me with my big words. So what more do you want, really?
So that really strikes down our theory of you being in TISM at some stage, because if you're that good looking, the motivation for wearing a mask for all those years seems a little bit silly.
Well, that's right. I mean, otherwise you would have been in TISM, Robbie. But, you're such a fetching guy
do you think
that
so?
You don't need to. I've had a look at your pictures on the internet.
On the internet, yeah. No, there's a few of them there, actually. Yeah.
I reckon you should.
You can. Do you know what? You
well.
can download any of those for free as well. They won't cost you a cent. So
there's pictures of Rosie Beaton on the internet as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Look, you play your cards right and this poem goes all right, maybe we'll get you a signed autograph from Rosie Beaton.
Fabulous.
Well, I don't want to promise too much at this stage.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I mean, bugger playing the song on radio, you can forget that. Just get me the signed photograph and I'll go back to the North Ryde Caravan Park very happy.
All right, DC Root from Root in this morning here on Triple J. Time for some poetry.
Stephanie Rice, please take my advice. Fame comes at a price. Your future's a vice. Don't choose the sickness, the suffocating slickness. The Miranda Kerr flirts with Rove, PR networking sycophantic shitness of the surface paradise. If you want the Rasputines, the drama queens, the air-kissing Medusas of the A-list scene, good luck. I'm with the Doctor, Marieke, Claytron and Robbie. They don't give a buck. I'm DC Root. And who the fuck is Rory?
DC Room.
Proving your listening worth.
I love you. Triple J.